Hi, Haley. I'm trying this Christmas cake out. Good evening, Anita. Good evening, Daz. Are you well? We've got 11 people in. I'm taking my time. I'm eating some cake. We might have a special guest in a bit. Might not. Should Mazda this? It's not that fucking clever. All right. Like the show last night, I can't tell you what tonight's show will bring. You got any spare cake? I'm one at the other end of the street. Is it you always knocking on my window, James? I'm sure you've more money than me. Ian Frost, good evening. Tell you what, it was a ball ache. I've been seeing Paul Maiden in hospital, Manchester Royal. Got my fucking car lost on a multi-story. What a fucking night. I hate multi-stories. I have a phobia when I go to a new town or city of parking. Fucking hate it. That's my own foible. Everybody has their own weird thing, don't they? This cake's fucking going all over the show. It's not a good Christmas cake. Tastes a bit funny. Just doesn't taste right. I had pesticides or something. I don't know. GMO Christmas cake. Baz Outdoors, good evening. Hello, everybody. We're just taking it slow. We're taking it slow. There's no rush, is there? You know what? I'm going to get changed in the kitchen. I'm not getting changed in front of you. That would be like weird and very narcissistic of me. I've only just got in. Got lost on a multi-story. I got lost all around fucking Manchester. I fucking hate Manchester. Let's go YouTube live. Good evening. Anyway, 1 minute. Salesy, I'm outside looking in. 1 minute, Maiden. 1 minute. Good evening, Caden. Now then.
Yeah, we're doing. Can you hear me?
You're looking decidedly well for a man going through the wars. I got lost in Manchester at way home as well, which was stressful. I'm having a good evening. What's going on in the next cubicle?
You've got two audio streams going on, Jimmy.
Have you got YouTube open as well as StreamYard?
No, just this one.
I've only got YouTube. I've only got StreamYard open. Anybody? Can you hear two echoes?
No, they've gone there.
It might have been me. Hello, Baz Outdoors says hello, Paul. Seen your story today. Hope things start going all right for you, bud.
Evening. Thank you very much.
You've got quite a few well wishes on this page. You know, even Stuart Walworks commented, that fucking miserable old fucker.
Oh, I say.
The voice of fucking Alzheimer's. It comes on my page, just fucking making criticisms and goes.
He's a fan of mine. He doesn't like swearing, though, does he? That's the thing.
Well, is it wrong place, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like going at Chippy and saying you don't like fish. You know what I mean? But so you're settling down for the night now.
So it's like I'm getting my energy back a bit, and that's coming back. So I've always been an artalk, and that's kicking in again, sort of thing. So you know what you're born with, it tends to be harder to get shut of, doesn't it? No matter how many meds they give you.
Can everybody send Mr. Maiden some good energy? They just, I normally get sent bad energy by certain people, but it's one of them things, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So where can you see the messages in the chat, Jimmy? I'm not used to it.
Yeah, have you
seen?
Can you see them now? Right hand side.
I can.
They're not really talkative. Has any of you any questions for Mr. Maiden? They're not talkative, these lot. You know what I mean? It's only when somebody else comes on this they start talking to me. You know what I mean? So,
well, you say you see my story. I mean, that was a very small snippet of it, really. I mean, some of the stuff what's gone on this one has been absolutely diabolical. I mean, I've had to go to the ombudsman, the governing body, and complain about a few things because it's just diabolical. I'm no xenophobe, but speaking English should be your first priority if you're working on an emergency ward, really, which this is.
Well, it's true. So can half of the staff not speak English properly?
No, it's
got
the NHS is gone, man. It's done. They're all outside contractors making as much money as they can out of it. That cafe you went to, Sodexo.
Yeah.
They get the first choice of bids, which means nobody else can come in. What they've come in and got the first bids. They supply porters, food and drink, all them cafes and all that. And you know what they charge the hospital for a butt? Say if I missed my tea because I thrown up, I was asleep, and they bring you a butty and a coffee, don't they, later on because you missed the tea? Sodexo charged the hospital £10 for that butty.
Well, can you not say I didn't have my butty? Can I have the tenner?
And the porters who you saw moving up and down.
Yeah.
They also charge the hospital £100 for every one of them beds they not both ways, each way. So £200. If you need, like I need a porter for dialysis, because I have to go in with this bed. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's what I'm sat on now with this. They plug the beds in because they've got plugs in, and the dialysis goes straight in. And every time they take me to the dialysis ward, which is about 200 yards away from here, they charge the hospital £200 for that. The porters don't get it, but everybody's nicking away at the NHS and just stealing money because some arsehole in government has given them an easy contract.
Like you said, did you say 80% of that hospital's private?
I would say that the ambulances are, the ambulances are a disgrace.
I think everybody, sadly, the world has changed so rapidly in the last 2 years that, you know what I mean, you really need to get private healthcare, I think, if you can afford it. Because, I mean, Simon who came on last night went in hospital with twinges. He had these twinge pains emanating from his back going in his arms, and he came out a fucking tetraplegic. You know what I mean? And it's fucking scary to be old and in their fucking hands. People who don't give a fuck. Even the English, the English staff. All right, we can't say they're all fucking.
No, there is one or two staff, but he doesn't take one or two though, does it? He just takes one arsehole, bring the whole lot down.
And I hope I die instantaneously. Like I'll probably be murdered off somebody off one of these cunts off here. But I'd hate to have a long, slow death in the hands of them lot when they're not even looking after you proper. They're missing your medication, giving you the wrong medication, just fucking neglecting you. Full stop. You know
but it's hard, you see, Jim. It's like me. I mean, I know my stuff and how you'd go about things legally and lawfully. They just close rank because you're one man in a bed on his own. Oh, he's on this medication, he's on that medication. It's affecting his mind. And the gaslighting is out of this world. It really is out of this world.
As well, I've been told, if you try and see the NHS, they'll try and wear you down with attrition. They'll slow the case right down, so you have to keep pumping money into it. You know what I mean? And but I hope Simon sues them, and I hope you have a, you know what I mean? They need kind of it's not really NHS anymore, is it? It's like a corporate name.
And it's all, the amount of private contracts where they're just stealing money. Like the what they charge for butties and that. You know, the wards have an account here. Every ward, I'm on this account, this ward here, and they have an account. It's like they can award have an account. It's weird.
Yeah. Ian Frost has said, check out Matt Letizia, ex-football player. He's been silenced by the Daily Mail, who, funnily enough, as reported by Pfizer.
They've just come to me tonight for a PCR test. That's shoving up the nose. I said, no, get me. I said, unless you can tell me what the cycle rate is, you're not taking my DNA and me not knowing what you're doing with it. So tell me what cycle rate you're cycling it at the PCR test. And, you know, they speak pidgin English. They've not a clue what you're on about. So you refuse? I said, no, I'm not refusing. I want to know. I want some information first before you take my DNA away from me. And if more people did that, it would fall apart. You know, I don't know what they're going to do with me. You're not having any more treatment, but I'm not really bothered because you only see me chopping things off.
Well, hopefully you'll. What's the news on your lower leg? Is it 50-50 whether you're going to lose it?
Well, there's been another specialist. This is what does me head in about these specialists. Everyone you see, I've seen about 16 altogether, and I know it's laughable, isn't it? And every one of them has a contradicting advice. You know, well, yeah, we'll let it heal. We can clean that because they've put what you call larvae on in there. They're just maggots basically, and what they do, they eat away the dead tissue, and the live tissue comes through. And they've done a good job on me actually, because what they've done, they've ate a lot of the shitty tissue, and there's a lot of the good tissue come through, and it's bled because without bleeding and your body feeding you that amino acids and scabs and oxygen and all that, your body dies. So if you can't get blood to something, your body dies. That's what them toes did, and that's why they did chopping off, because they were dying. So the more blood you can get to something, the better it is. But like I was telling you, the calcium has blocked the veins, so no blood's getting down there. So yeah, the maggots were good. And then they've got another method. They've got a machine, they call it a sloughing vacuum. What that does, it sucks all the veins through a tries to do, while it sucks all the fucking calcium, you know, cartilage and bone and muscle and fucking skin and all the rest of it.
Like I said, there's nothing dietary you can do to reduce the calcification.
Can I show them a picture of this foot of man? Like, can I?
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, I'm just looking what I put it on. Is it on shirt? Is it that shirt? Here we go. Slow slads. Here you go. You've not had enough. Here we go. Upload a file. Let me see if I can get one for you.
If you're eating your tea, look away now.
This is what I got banned for. Oh no, I can't show them on that. Pictures. Downloads. Nope, not on there. What about private chat? Does that have anywhere for sharing? Nope. There must be somewhere you can share this. Share. No, it's not having it for some reason. Yeah, just carry on chatting, Jimmy. I'll plug along with this, see what I can do.
Good evening, everybody. Anyway, Just Bob says Pfizer hold the record for the biggest pharmaceutical fine in history. It's over $2 billion for false claims. Baz Outdoor says, well done for refusing the tests. They're like a dodgy lottery scratch card.
Not easy, mate, because they refuse all the medication. They're unbelievable. The duty occurs gone now. I think I said this when I did that COVID-19 video we had into. The cure of duty's gone. So there's no cure of duty. They can basically fucking kill you now.
It's had quite a few views, that video. I think Stuart Warwick might have shared it. I think he wrote underneath. He'd been worried about you. Wanted to know what was. It's had 184 views. It might have been that when you lifted your shirt up, though, that you got the. It's had 30. They don't get. Fucking hell! It's had loads of comments, that video.
We'll be getting banned off, Jimmy. I'm a toxic material now.
Shana's commented as well. Yeah, great. Stuart Warwick. Great to see you. This I've been trying to find some news since his first week went down. All the best in the future. There's a lot of support for you there. Keep going, Edward Hulton. Keep going. We need you back.
Oh, he's a Tory.
All these fucking people don't comment on my videos. Fucking hell, they all hate me. Everybody.
They're just. Well, it's one of them, isn't it? It's an easy one comment on Auntie was close to death. No. I'm your friend, Paul.
I think if I was close to death, a lot of people would fucking celebrate. You know what I mean? They'd be sending more energy to push me over the fucking edge. Like,
I think that is with some man. Like, is he dead yet? Ooh, let's pretend we like him.
Martin Redding's in. Biddly Bip, good evening. Martin, do you want to jump on with me and Mr. Maiden? He's all right, actually. He's an intellectual. He's not a bell end. Well, he's a bell end. Martin Redding is a bell end, but he's an intellectual bell end. You probably won't jump on now.
Yeah, tell it, come on, because I want to go to the toilet, because when I've got to go, all these meds are on. When I've got to go, I've got to go.
You can go now. I'll hold the fort if you want to come back on, or have you done for evening?
No, I'll come back.
Are you go to the toilet then? You just go to the toilet, and I'll just hold the fort.
All right. No, nothing turn off. You're only looking at a curtain. This is my hospital bed with a curtain around it. Ooh.
It's where the curtains are cleaner than mine, to be fair. Fuck you, Martin Redding. You can't pick and choose when you come on this live. You're either part of it or not. Salesy, we love you, Jimmy. Yeah, he's at 33 likes. The message from Mad Dog. Share it on Facebook for him. You know, good monetize it really. Sorry, I'm monetize it. I'm like 1 pence. I won't mute that. He's back. Just mute some old fucking man talking about filling his commode. Have you given the right tablets, nurse? When my dad was in hospital, there was an old fella across from him. The ward my dad was on, there was an old fella who got moved in across from my dad, and he kept saying to the women, "Show us your cunt!" And he's going, "Is it raining outside, Margaret? Margaret, is it raining outside?" And then when the nurses came over, he'd go, "Show us your cunt." It's a true story. You might not find it funny, but it actually happened. Just Bob, when are you posting your new song? We're still working on it. We're making a lyric video, Bob. It's going to be Talk's cheap. Talk's cheap. You'll either like it, I suppose, or you won't. I'm not going to fucking say it's the best song ever written and all that shit. It's definitely not the worst. Baz Outdoors, so when you're a diabetic, it's the meds that fuck you up, and apparently the insulin fucks you up, Baz. Ian Frost, any black nurses for Paul? He's gone to the toilet. Any black nurses for Martin? I wouldn't wish a blackness on him. He'd just be crying in corner with no pants on. It was nice to see Peter Boothroyd last night. No, Bob, I don't think the nurse showed a cunt to him. I try it in Asda to the Asda races, but it doesn't really work. Nice to see Peter Boothroyd last night. Also, Peter Davis, the clueless drinker, has been coming on screen, and Simon. You know, it was very nice to see him, to be fair. And yeah. How are you all? Are you all right? I'm not even checking TikTok now. It's having that many I'm not even. That's TikTok. Fuck off. I don't even want to check it. When you think about it, oh, is he back? He's back.
I'm back.
He's back. I was just musing philosophically. I was about to muse philosophically then about these videos I do on TikTok again. Like, still getting hundreds of thousands of views, but it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's another talk for another time. It was good to see Peter Booth ride up, and Peter is always a good addition. There's Peter Booth. So, no sign of a release date for you.
Well, last time I saw one of your videos, Jim, it was about, would have been about April or May, and it's like 7 people just shouting with one another.
I destroyed the live streams. I stopped them because it was kind of I actually at one time I got carried away thinking this is going to be something. Then I just thought, do I actually want to be known for just being some fucking low level Jeremy Kyle figure hitting scrubbers against each other? I didn't ask you earlier. Are you in a lot of pain?
Yeah, if I don't sort of get the painkillers or there's a middling crossover, it's like it comes and it hits in there.
You're on pre-gabblings and you're like half of YouTube.
I am, but I'm on oxycodone as well, which is like that's the baby. That separates the men from the boys. That.
So if John Morris wants to, would you sell any of your pre-gabbling to YouTubers? John Morris might buy some off you.
They come round to your bed with it. You have to say your name and date of birth, and 2 nurses give it you, and they watch you swallow it there and then swallow it back, and then they go. Yeah, it's a controlled substance into it. It's like, sell it, it's fucking hell. I'd buy it. When I first came in here, I'd give you £1,000 for some of it.
What does it do for you? You're pre-gabbling then?
Pain, it's sort of, it messes with your brain receptors, doesn't it, and blocks the pain in your brain.
Do you trip out on pre-gabbling, or just feel stoned?
Just feel chilled and like a,
Kobe. Yeah. Anyway, it's nice to see you. I just got stressed when I was about finding my car after it, and I lost my car in the fucking multi-story.
It's a big place, though, isn't it?
And I got lost. There's 2 multi-stories. I didn't fucking know. My brother gave me a massive box of pre-gabbling. 2-1 tonight, can't see properly. Is that true, Baz Outdoors, or are you just saying it to be satirical?
There's oxycodone.
Sorry, I don't approve it. Obviously, you're in a state and you need to take tablets, but I don't approve of people taking them for recreational purposes.
No, I don't. I want to come off them as soon as possible, mate.
They're addictive, aren't they? They're quite Moorish, aren't they?
Yeah, you become hospitalised on that. Where I'm sat here over that way, there's like a load of old codgers, no legs and fucked and 80 odd. And they've just got the pre-gabblings and the telly's on, and they just sit there all day, love it. The breakfast comes round, they get the dicks washed and their asses washed because they shat the bed, and that's life now for them. They love it.
It's something for me to look forward to, really. I suppose.
I'm thinking about shatting the bed. It's like, might be an option. Depends what nurses are on, though, because some of them are vile, some of them are like.
Is there any fitnesses? Somebody's asked, are there any sexy black nurses? No, they didn't. I added the sexy blackness thing, but I'm sounding like Sid James from a fucking Carry On film, really. I suppose we can't talk like that anymore. Well, I can't. Well, I don't want to get you in trouble from a political angle. You know what I mean?
Am I going back to any of that, do you think?
Do you think... Is that one thing you didn't like about politics? Is how restrained you had to be?
It's like anything. It's like a sport. It's like at football. You have rules and you abide by them. It's only the dirty bastards and shit players can't play by the rules, isn't it? Like some Bob Barley's. They're that fucking thick. They can't play by the rules. There you go. I told you I'd have an outlet of it in you fucking back boy.
Well, fucking hell, we're a cyber. That'll get back to Bob Brealey, I'm sure. There's a million and one shit stories on YouTube. That's the thing, innit? There'll be fucking steam coming off. There'll be smoke coming off somebody's fucking phone now with sparks that they're texting that fact. But
I'll drink the chemtrail Manchester water to you.
Ian Frost, pre-gab blocks nerve sensors. Good stuff. Had some for the back, but think you can get addicted.
You can get addicted to. Like anything what's good, you can get addicted to it, can't you?
I'm addicted to light sugar. I think I'm fat, and that's all I've got in my life. It's all I've got in my life. There's no sex. There's no fucking drugs. There's no fucking beer. There's no. I don't know what there is. There's fuck all really. Christmas cake with shit from Asda. I've got some of that Christmas cake from Asda. It's shit. I'm going to throw it to your front garden after.
It's like I say, it's like a secluded bubble in here until I started, because I was away with the first for quite a while. Don't forget, I've been in here 3 months. I thought first 2 months. So the last 2 weeks, I wouldn't have been able to have this conversation with you now. They'd be just like, yeah.
Well, to be fair, for all you're going through, you're looking quite well. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a lifestyle choice. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't eat the food in here. Got my own organic fucking supply what I bring in, fruit, veg. There's nothing healthy in here, food-wise. It's just a disgrace. I've got my own. I don't need anything for COVID.
What is that you've got? Oh, colloidal silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you get that? Would you buy that from what website?
UK colloidal silver. It's called. It's
is it genuine colloidal silver? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the amber one which I like. It's like because they don't know how to get rid of infections in here, do they? I think they like the idea of spreading them. You see, because they can fucking pop the elderly off with them, can't they? I hate it in here, me. I absolutely detest it.
Well, at least you can come on here at these live streams. It's a bit of an outlet for you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying just do it for the sake of it. I don't know.
It's been like a bubble in here for me. I mean, I've never once been offered the vaccine while I've been in here, and it's good. And there's quite a lot of nurses are very anti it, but they keep quiet and under the radar because, they'll say to me like PCR tests. I went, get that away from me. I'm not interested. She went, someone got, I'm against it as well. I won't have the vaccine. I went, and one of them was about 25, 26. I said, if you want kids, stay away from that vaccine. I just think I said, oh, yeah, absolutely. So it's a slow kill weapon. You don't know what it's going to do. 5 months down the line, 6 months. You see what it's done, 6 months down the line, all the strokes. It's like my mum. She had a stroke after the second jab.
Did she?
Yeah, she come out of hospital. This was back in May. They give her stents and blame it on something else. But it was a clot what did it. 2 days after the second Pfizer vaccine. Yeah, okay, Mum. And then she's queuing up now. She's gone this week for the booster. But I need it. Mum, it's already nearly killed you off once. Who
was it saying it's not a booster, it's just another shot of the same stuff?
It's the same stuff, isn't it? Really bad. It's brilliant.
So, apparently, is it just Bob said? I don't know if it's true or not. It all goes out of date. They bought shitloads of booster. And it goes out of date in January, so conveniently there's a mass push to get them all vaccinated.
Did we buy it off Israel because they bought too much and couldn't get rid of it? And we went, we'll get rid of it, and we got it at our price, didn't we, off Israel?
Is that right? Yeah.
That's why the push is on for it. But it's like we still lose money, don't we? Because the NHS is paying for it, whether we injected in a stone somebody's dick or.
Yeah. It's but does it come out of taxpayers' money?
Yeah, of course it does. Absolutely, it does. But I keep telling people that and they're understanding it. Don't look at it like a pharmacists look at it now as though you wanted to bankrupt an economy. And people are getting it now, aren't they? Because it's like, yeah, it is bankrupting the economy. And that's what it was only ever about all along.
Is it not the introduction of communism too and social credit system to sustain the land?
If that speeds up the bankrupting of the economy and getting rid of 80% of the population, they'll go with it. The end goal is to bankrupt the economy and get rid of 80% of the population.
What can people do to protect themselves financially? Can they do anything?
What can they do? I mean, make sure you've got a good supply of water and food. That's the first. I'm talking 12-month supply at least, the very least.
Why? When's that coming?
I think from that, I think you'll start seeing it speeded up in January when the flu season hits. Hard it, don't tell anybody you've got it. Because, all right, you buy too much food and so you've wasted 300 quid on food you don't need. Yeah, it's a bit of an inconvenience, but if you've got food and you're fucking starving in your fucking living room, well, that is an investment. But people who go through civil wars and all that, they always say you cannot buy enough food when it all goes off and the system goes down. You read all these books and pass, like when the Russians came into Nazi Germany, there was no food for anybody, and the soldiers weren't giving the food out because they didn't have enough food for themselves because the Allies had to starve 2 million German prisoners of war, which they don't tell you about because they didn't have food for them.
Oh, is that why you got them pictures? Oh, we have to be careful how we mention this, but them other things didn't really exist, did they?
What other things? Well, it's true that it's been documented. Why can we not mention the concentration camps? They don't exist now.
I don't think you can become an Holocaust. I don't think you mentioned Holocaust denying. I think it's up there with the. I don't know. I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Ian Frost, what's that Ian Frost talking about? It's crazy, isn't it? Used to get off the weeds naturally being used for centuries. What's that pre-gabbling or?
Hang on. This used to get this weeds. There's a comma. He's missing a comma. Right. I think weeds natural and been used. I think weeds been used for thousands of years, hasn't it?
Yeah. Baz, you out there, ban non-perishable food if you can. Yeah, get it in tins because tin food doesn't go out of date, does it? Just bury it again.
I've got lots of spamming for that for when that happens, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
and plus, you're going to be able to trade it for other stuff, and you've got a tin of spam, and say you're a smoker or something like that, or you want clean water or you want fruit and veg or something, you'll always be able to trade that for something.
So there's a lot of love for you on this fucking that video.
I've been gone for that. Well, 2 near death. If you can't get love off the 2 near death situations, then it's that back in, isn't it?
Well, sorry, go on.
I should have been like, what do you call it? Was it Tommy Cooper just dropped dead on stage and then be done with it?
In the Wigan Town Hall. He just died delivering a speech.
I don't like the idea of that because that could go down as them polishing me off, can't it?
Do you not think that the Wigan Council have set bail on your chakra points?
Possibly. I thought we did it on yours anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm in March. I've had some energy cleansings for remove bail. No disrespect to bail.
It weren't me that, it was Johnny Boy.
Did he actually put a black? Did he actually kiss me? Yeah.
He said so. He put bail on it, but he's been saying that about everybody for ages.
Actually, I had a kiss from me. How many years ago would that have been? 5 years ago.
What was that?
How many years ago do you think? About 5 years ago, you think that would have been?
Yeah, I bet it was longer, but it was 10 easily. Longer than 5. So yeah, this crasher, when it comes down, it's like, it is going to happen because nobody's standing up. They're pushing like nobody's business because they know if they get caught, they're going to Nuremberg trial style too. They're hanging from ropes. They know that.
Really, yeah. Would they have another Nuremberg over this?
Absolutely. It'd be bigger than Nuremberg, mate. That's if they get caught doing it. But there's too many fucking monks on our side, aren't they? They're like, I've been watching Jamie Carl again.
But they own the fucking system though, don't they? So how can they be tried by a system what's they own?
Doesn't take all the system to rebel though, does it? Look at all the revolutions. It's only 5 to 10% of the population overthrow governments.
Isn't there a German solicitor called Ryan or someone who's put a case together for him, that kind of thing?
But you see, it's gone beyond that now, because it's like saying to the Nazis, we're going to take you to court for building them gas chambers. It's past that, isn't it? It's past it. They're not obeying rules, so why would they obey you? You know, they're not obeying rules and laws now, so why would you obey them there for this? You know, they've broken every constitutional law in this country, Conservatives.
You know what? Wigan needs you. And I know, like, you have to put your health first. And I should imagine the job of a councillor is very stressful. Like I said to you, a lot of people wouldn't even care that he was ill as long as they got the fucking drain pipe fixed in the garden. You know
That's
what I
true,
mean? You stop number 7 throwing rubbish out it back alley. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. They've been more fucking asked about that. But Wigan's been demolished now. Now
I did warn you all, didn't I?
They're narrowing the fucking roads.
You know how that is, don't you?
Go on.
How does commerce travel? What is the first thing commerce needs to travel?
Road.
There you go.
So what they're trying to do, is that a way of cutting the supply chains?
Yeah. Yeah. Get you on your pushbacks of this fake green agenda. You know.
He's going to fucking do that.
The green cars, what nobody can afford, is coming next.
And the battery's more toxic than, and you can't recycle them or something. The lithium in the battery or something. They're really polluted. They're really poisonous, aren't they?
And they'll know everybody who drives where and all that. Yeah, you'll need permission to have one of them. That's for sure. And
they can turn they can turn the electric off, can't they, as well, to control you?
Well, yeah. Or turn the electricity up and fucking fry you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we noticed because they want you off. See, they want less for you and more for them, and that's why the roads are getting smaller, because they already foresee less cars on the road. So how are people going to get about? Pushbacks. Look at the push. Look at the push for cycling. Nothing to do with green energy.
Cyclists are wankers, though, aren't they?
We might have.
No, you don't have to say it. I'll say it for you. They fall into 2 categories, right? Smackheads on mountain bikes when scoring or stealing, and middle-class cunts in fucking lycra on like you know what I mean? And a stupid fucking hat on with a point coming off back like Alien. You know what I mean? And that's fucking cyclists. The shit.
Yeah, there is that.
The coolest people, sorry, go on.
That's what they want. They want you off the roads, out of cars and on bikes, pushbacks. You can see it.
Well, that doesn't go for people. If I saw somebody riding a rally chopper, I'd say respect to you. You don't fall into the category of a smacker on a mountain bike or a middle-class prick in lycra, spandex.
Yeah, but the middle class lot only do it at weekends, don't they? 3 adrift when you're on a country lane.
Yeah, it's just... Josh Taylor says there's a cashless country coming next. Just Bob, they just want the wealthy to be able to be mobile, and the rest of us plebs on push irons.
Well, Josh, what was the first thing they said when you could go in the supermarket? No cash. It carries more germs than pushing a button on a screen all day long.
It's
and it's like, what the fuck has cash got to do with it? There's none of it. There was no evidence with any of it. It was just like made up shit on the spot. It's like who could make up the craziest shit the most, isn't it?
I don't know. They want to stop air travel as well, don't they? By 2030, they want us to restrict our movements to fuck, don't they? So you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything.
Well, the vaccine passports here now, isn't it? Politicians don't have to have them, by the way. Politicians exempt.
So, were you exempt from a vaccine passport? Being a
No, I'm a
politician?
councillor, man. I'm not a politician.
All right, so that's not the same then. I take it.
I'm exempt from anyway. I'm not fucking having one.
No, I don't blame you. The only cyclists you see down here are on the seafront as it's too hilly. Well, shut up, Martin. We don't want to talk to you. If you can't come on screen, you can be quiet and not take part in the debate.
He's not coming on screen. I thought he was gonna.
He's a bug-eyed nonce. Contactless is now up to £100, says Just Bob.
What's that to get a contactless system in your shop?
You know that cashback where you can spend. You can use your card and ping it. Just tap it. It used to be £30 max. Now it's.
See, there is a slight legal way you can get around that. Say if you go to a shop, and let's say we went in a cafe there today, and if you open that coffee cup and had a drink out of it, put it back down, and she said it's contactless payment. You go, I choose to owe my debt with cash, and if she pushes contactless on you, you can walk away with them items because you get to choose how you clear a debt, and money, cash, is still a Queen's realm coin. So, but what they can do, if they've not given you the service or the goods, they could withdraw them off you. But, you know, if you've received, say if you've eaten a meal in a restaurant and they then say you have to pay contactless, you can get up and walk out of there and say, I'm paying cash. They can't force you how you clear a debt.
Right. So you could walk out technically, yeah.
You just say, I'll offer you one more time to pay cash, which is a legal tender, or I'm walking out of here, and you can find out in your law books and all that I'm not stealing. I'm right. Go and have a look.
How far are we away from a complete totalitarian regime?
I mean, they're more or less getting there in Australia, aren't they? I mean, that's practically there in Australia, isn't it? That's just a. But then again, I don't know. I only see it on telly. Is that getting pushed, or is it legit?
Apparently, but like I said, you don't know. We're not there. They have camps, don't they? And if you test positive, you're taken away to a camp.
That's why I don't want to do that PCR test today, because it's like, oh, you've tested positive with that new bloke coming seeing you.
To be honest with you, the state of this fucking house, I'd be quite happily taken away to a fucking camp for a bit. You know what I mean? They'd fucking keep me there.
That's true.
As long as the shop and the laundry, I'm there.
It's like me. I get my bed sheets changed every day. It's like the nurse was. I said every day. I said, spare me this. It's like, how often did you get yours changed? Well, when the pillows didn't smell of my arseholes, that's when I get my bed sheets changed. You know, and it's like
I had to wash mine because my bed sheets look like the fucking cheering shroud.
It takes you pissing day to dry the sheets anyway off a king size bed. Fuck off. Nobody changes the bed sheets every day.
I hang them over doors for 6 months, and then when they dry, I put them on.
With the full of pigeon shit and everything else.
Fucking. This is why I need a woman in your life. You want to need a woman for like. Well, I just like cooking and cleaning and household chores, really.
I think I've retired from it, mate. I'm not gay or anything. It's just I'm like.
No, and that way I've retired from it. My fucking interest.
What do they call that when you're that? It's not so fucking gay or.
Celibate. Pansexual.
Not interested. I've not been interested since probably when I first turned 40, 41. It's like, can't be arsed with it. I can't even be arsed chatting them up. I think it's dead patronising. Aye. Oh, you're very intelligent. Have you got nice eyes? Back off.
It's
Hey, I'm Paul. I've got about a 4.5-inch dick. It's all right. It'll satisfy you.
Asexual. Martin Redding, I've told you not to join in with the conversation if you won't come on screen. Yes, it's bullying.
Ian Frost, yeah, they do provide a piss bucket and a shit box as well, but I won't go on a bedpan. I'll always get up and go out for a shit. I won't never go on a bed.
Everybody knows I have a piss bucket by the side of my bed, but I draw the line as a shit box.
Yeah, me too. What did my granddad say? If you can't shit in your own toilet, you're a weak man. You should always shit in your own toilet, even though he didn't towards the end of his life.
Well, actually, the shit box is the house I live in. It's not an actual, but do you know what I mean? Like a Charlie bucket, Grandpa Joe piss bucket.
But he got mold to him in hand for like 2 weeks, so it's like, oh, what do you do? Hold it in for 2 weeks, granddad. Shut up, lad. Okay.
Martin dries his sheets by wearing them as he attacks Muslims. I've gone to bed, Jim, early in the morning. Well, get to sleep then and get off the fucking computer, you soft cunt. Yes, I do like shooting at Martin Redding. It makes me laugh, feel more enriched.
Why, is there any jobs going, Martin? What do you do? He's not
club, but he's mental. He's on club with me and a mentalist.
So is he? Is that his job?
No, he takes kids to football. They're not his kids, like. I think he's a bit of a pervert coach. Like.
Crikey.
He's one of them, like, who watches the kids in the showers. Come on, scrub harder. Right, while Rich showing you all naked, we'll talk about defence in today's game.
That'll get him on here now, won't it? Fire back.
I like baiting people, it's fun. I'm joking, Martin Redding doesn't fiddle with kids at football. Actually, though, I don't know. We don't know. I've never been to football. I can't say.
Be a bit tough that fiddling while they play football with all the perverts and coaches watching.
Do you know what? As well, the metaverse. Will I be able to sign on in the metaverse?
He works at the job centre by the looks of it. Are you allowed in job centre, Baz? You know,
you missed it other night. He did a rendition of "Wish You Was Here" on his guitar. If you'd have heard him, you'd have booked him for one of your nights.
Is he good? I'm retired from it. I've had put on my gigs, haven't I?
Yeah.
Focus on what was nearly sold out.
What are you going to be doing when you come out then? Are you just going to be chilling? Are you going to load it up on the club?
I don't know. I've had a paradigm shift while I've been in here. You know, like some things what were important to me, like I'm not really fucking asked about that anymore.
The need to fight and change things, as that kind of like slid a bit.
No, I've got other things I'm interested in now. Like, you know, it's more, I don't know, it's weird. You can't really put your finger on it. It's like, you know, what's important to you now and what's not. You know, my life was filled with so much superficial fucking arse shit. You know, and it's like, it needed flushing out my life anyway, so this has sort of been, you know, like I said to you, there's been some positives to take out of all of this. You know, if I might come out of here like Jimmy Cranky with my shoes on my knees. No fucking legs left.
Well, let's hope that they can save part of your leg.
It was Jimmy Cranky who put his shoes on his knees when he walked around. Who was it that?
Who was that? He did. I don't know.
I think it was Jimmy Cranky.
I might have a piss bucket so no I need a shit box, said Ian Frost. Jimmy, just Bob, can we see the fireside thoughts with Jimmy and Paul sometime?
Kid, are you having a fireside? This is close as I get to a fireside. It's about fucking 40 degrees in here, mate.
This is shitbox thoughts. Don't get a night off Universal Credit and the cheeky twats tried getting me down the other day, just ignored it. What can they do if they give me nothing? Exactly. I don't know.
So, Lord, it wasn't even mentioned he worked at jobs, so does one of them work at job centre? Don't know, mate. Not been to. Oh, you've not been to job centre for a while. Right, I misread that. No worries, chaps. They don't let you in, do they? They just give you your benefits now without even signing on, don't they? They do in Wigan anyway.
Well, they'll do it all over the world, won't they? Well, they will all over the country. They'll do that, won't they?
Yeah.
So you think you can tell? So you're having to change your life when you come out then?
Yeah, should be. I should be entitled to some points of benefits myself, shouldn't I? No fuck, dialysis. The other one 50-50.
Well, you might get some groupies, you don't know.
Yeah, what the Toto. Toto.
Josh Taylor says Paul was the best podcast guest in my opinion. Need to come on again and speak the truth. Paul has your time, says Bob. I don't know what that means.
Does it mean comedy time?
Don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to see what it means, to be fair. To be sure, to be true.
Well, I've got plenty of that on my hands, time. It's about the only thing I have at the minute. Time and thought. It's time and thought. It's time and thought the same thing. There's one for your next podcast.
Oh, I won't be doing it. I fell out with Colin Fernley because he wouldn't invite me to his Christmas do. So if you're watching this, Colin Fernley, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, but it's nice to see you again, and you obviously there's a lot of people in your corner. That video
seems that way, doesn't it? It's nice to see too. Yeah, it's.
Was you thinking you'd been forgotten about in the?
My throat's painful. I can hardly swallow.
Sorry, hang on.
Mine started to hurt.
Hang on. Why is that? What? Sorry. Go on.
That pre-fucking gabbling. Yeah, you don't pay much attention to it because you're so consumed with what's going on in your own fucking mind and body, you know, like fucking bleed it deaf, and you know, but there's that much going on. You've not time really sit back and think about it, you know, blood's being tested, that test, for that scan, dialysis, you know, ops testing your blood pressure every fucking 2 hours, and you know, your temperature, your fucking oxygen levels. It's like, it's constant. I know you're sat and lying in a bed, but mentally it's like, it just comes at you. It's like,
yeah. Our firm said it was unsafe to have a Christmas do, says Josh Taylor. Been there more than once. I can't be asked doing podcasts anymore. I'll just do these live streams. They're easier, they're cheaper as well.
What's the podcast? So they.
No, well, you did them, didn't you? You did 2 of them podcasts, didn't you?
I did, yeah. No, the live streams are better, and it's more raw when you guess. You could show your guests up for being crap if they are crap.
Well, that's true. And what was I going to say? And you can perhaps take pre-gabbling on the next one, and just like a truth serum.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, mate.
Who'd win? A good question here from Danny Boy. Who'd win in a fight between Ronnie Foster or Paul Daniels' son? That's a good question, actually. Yeah, Paul Daniels' son, who used to have that magic shop in Wigan.
Yeah.
Weed. I think Paul Daniels' son would win.
He made it news at World, didn't he? And fair play to him. I like it, but not a pot, wasn't it? The headline.
No, it said, yeah.
I like it, but not a pot.
He's fucking stinker skunk, that shop, no wonder.
I remember when Maxime's was on, the queue for his shop was bigger than the queue for Maxime's.
I think also he was running a bit of a brothel as well. Was that true?
Yeah, there was loads of shit like that going on up there, wasn't there? It's like, whatever a man's got to. Well, so the rumour is. But what was funny is he'd play online poker, wasn't he? And they'd come in like he were the Godfather and, rap 20. And he'd be like having £500 bets and all this fucking palaver. Sat in this grubby old chair online poker.
Is he dead, Paul Daniels?
No, he just looks that way. You go fucking mad if he sees me say that. No, he's. I don't know. He went back to Middlesbrough for a while, didn't he? And then come back because he's from that area, isn't he?
Is that where he's from? No, I meant the dad. The dad's dead, isn't he?
Oh yeah, his dad died. He died last year, didn't he? The dad. No, long ago than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he died.
Because they've been left for call, aren't they? The 2 sons. So they say. But because Paul Daniels thought to take the money for all them Paul Daniels magic shops, you know, and You know, I don't know if he was supposed to be running or whether they were fronts for something else. You can't have me for libel because you was in the news of the world, mate.
No.
You know, so
Has Paul ever looked into alternative medicines to help his condition?
I have, mate. I have quite a lot, sort of thing. You know, like,
Danny Boy says class videos back in the day, meaning Emma has been. Thanks, Danny. So you're using colloidal silver. Is there nothing to help the decalcification?
no, that's that. There's only one thing what can clear that now, and that is modern day medicine, which puts they call it an angioblast, and what it is, it's like a little balloon what goes in your vein, and when it gets to the top of the vein, they blow it up, and then what that does, it pushes the calcium. They run it up and down your vein. It's very microscopic. You can actually see what they're doing on the telly. It just looks like a red bubble to me going up and down the tube, and then they clear the calcium out there.
Well, that's blowing your kidneys.
But all that treatment to that is blowed the kidneys out. Oof.
Your kidneys are fucked then now, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen me fish still. There you go. Yeah. Oh, it's that side, and it's dead hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's attached to the heart and the jugular. That nice, fresh, clean blood in there. The good thing about that being in there, that you don't have to inject you every 5 minutes with different stuff for draw blood. They just go in that, take blood and inject whatever they need. So I'm sort of not black and blue anymore, you know, where they're trying to inject stuff in your veins.
Yeah.
So it's a godsend that way, because I'm an atmo get blood out of me. They just can't find veins in me.
So how long are you looking at being still in for?
It's hard said until if the specialists make the mind up whether they want to take this leg off at the knee, give me some evidence that it needs taking off at the knee. I'm taught 1 year, Martin. So it's down to them. I mean, the dialysis is in place now. So the minute I come out of here, I'll have spots at Wigan where I'll go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then if I can't get to this dialysis place, there's like an ambulance service what picks you up, drops you off, and then picks you up again and all that palaver. Well, that's like I was telling you, that's 6 hours of a job. A 4-hour dialysis, it takes 6 hours. By the time they fuck around and plug you in and wash everything down, unplug you, you know, by the time you get home as well, it's like, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, look at that being Turner. It's like it's saving your fucking life, you soft cunt. Well, don't have it for a few days. See how long you last.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? It gives but takes, doesn't it? I suppose. But you know what? I'm shattered. Me, I'm gonna hit the sack shortly. I think, like, you know what I mean. So, have you got a YouTube channel?
Me, I have Mulifer, but I only do use it for watching stuff.
I was going to say you could direct people to it, kind of thing, and get yourself a StreamYard, and you can.
I've nothing, mate. I was very Facebook heavy, as you know, with all the pages.
Yeah, well, you Paul. Some of you might not know. Paul lost his Facebook page and all his Wigan Council pages through showing a picture of your foot infected. It was weird.
It was, you know, where they'd amputated. What they did, they were changing the bandage, and the nurse went away to get like some cleaning solution, you know, like iodine or honey or something, because they put all that sort of stuff on. And while she'd gone, I thought, I'll take a quick picture of this, because I got my little camera, and I took a picture of it, and I put it on Facebook. You think your Monday's bad? What about mine? 2 toes chopped off and thrown it bin. Anyway, it was up for about 12 hours, and then it had gone. And it's like I said, Facebook are investigating your post and all that. Next minute, it's like you've been banned for 30 days. And I appealed it because it's like, that's per to me, that's my body, that's my disability. Would you ban somebody who's like had the nose chopped off or burnt in a fire and it was, you know, half decapitated? That's my fucking illness. I've got to live with that. I'm going to challenge you bastards. So then I appealed it, and the next minute they asked for RD and we're investigating you for 7 days. So they looked for all the pages, went through Wigan Council, what you're doing to our town, deleted that first and deleted my music pages, and come back and deleted me and said, you now have a lifetime ban for breaching Facebook policy. So I'm like, what policy have I breached? And they just keep sending you the 20 policies, don't you? And it's like, which one of these have I breached by that? Racism, sexism, you know, bullying. There's none of it in there. There's none of it in there for that foot. You know, somebody might not like it, but your policy doesn't cover that.
No.
So, and then I tried adding a lot of other pages, and then we just found out they were being deleted them.
So it's not on, is it really? You know what I mean?
It's annoying, isn't it? Because I've got a lot of people on there who I only contact on Facebook, you know, and they only contact me. And
I bet you've lost all them musician contacts, haven't you, and stuff like that, haven't you? And
loads, electricians, sound engineers. I've got little things, you know, where I click on where there's sound engineers, and I've got 6 sound engineers there, 5 electricians, you know, 5 roadies.
Also, like Arthur Brown and all them famous musicians you was friends with, you've lost contact with them, haven't you?
I have, yeah, because a lot of them you contact on Facebook, don't you, for a gig?
Yeah. Steve Village and that.
Yeah, all them over Facebook. And
are you putting Focus on this year? Have you had them on again, or did that get?
No, I had pulled it, didn't I? Because I was in here. It nearly sold out. That it's not that. It's like people don't know how to look after them when they get to the arena, aren't you? I mean, you know, it's what. And plus, it was one of them. I pulled it early, you see, because it's like if it was going bad, the gig, you know, I can't get out there and sell any tickets. You know, because I'm in here. You know,
it's a cunt trick, really, what they've done to you, innit? You know what I mean? But you've got Instagram as well, haven't you? What's your Instagram?
I only signed up to that because I don't know. I think somebody posted something and they wanted me to see it, and because you just log in with your Facebook account on that, don't you? And that seems all right.
What's your platform going to be now then? To you know what I mean?
I'm going to have to go with Twitter and see what that's all about.
Right, I don't like Twitter. I think it's shit. It's I don't know. It's boring, isn't it?
Well, what I like about that is you can show Andy Burnham and politicians things, can't you? And they can see what you're saying about them, can't they? Yeah.
Good night, sales. Good night, sales. It says good night, Mr. Maiden too.
Good night, fella. All the best.
Ian Frost at a lifetime ban is impressive
for an amputated toe.
But lifetime, yeah, that kind of thing. So you're just gonna, obviously, your main priority is convalescing and getting well.
Very true. We'll see what it, like you say. It's it does consume your fucking life a bit, though, doesn't it? Facebook, it's like,
yeah.
I was getting like that because there was 4,500 people on that Wigan kit. So what are you doing to our town? You don't post anything for a few days. They get bored and, you know, what's going on with this page? Why is there nothing on it? Why is there nothing on Council Wigan 8? You know, and it's like, it's a quiet week, lads. It's a quiet week.
It's nuts. But sir, I'm gonna get my head down. I've been awake since 3 o'clock this morning. I couldn't sleep, so I'm glad it was nice to see you. What is do you want people to share your Instagram, or you're not asked at the minute?
No, I'll be back, and then once everything's up and ready to run, I'll go with it, sort of thing. I'm just letting people know I'm not dead, because a lot of people think I'm dead.
Well, they've had quite a double helping of you tonight, haven't they? So you know what I mean. It's, so yeah, no worries, sir. I'm going to get my head down, and I shall speak to you soon.
All the best, and all the best to everybody commentating and chatting and listening to our mumbo jumbo rubbish from an hospital bed.
Well, get your head down, and I'll speak to you soon, sir. Good night. God bless.
Catch you later, guys. See you.